you're a great singer, man. But and I've told you that before. But it's like Christmas music is kind of
Uh,
right in your freaking wheelhouse.
that's I dreamed to make this record for so long. I think you were playing the same night I was out there in Vegas when I was filming the special. Otherwise, I would have had you come out with me. But I was, I've been, I grew up listening to Bing Crosby and Sinatra and Dean Martin and Nat King Cole and all these guys, and it's like I was like, I want to sing Christmas songs the classic way that I heard them growing up, which was that, something that came straight out of the '50s, and so I just went and I was like, I want to go to New York, I want to record it just like that. I want to get great arrangements, and just drink whiskey in the studio, and I wore a suit to the studio every day,
Oh, nice.
and just sipped on whiskey, and it was May, it's so weird
Yeah.
recording a Christmas album in May when it's hot in New York City and you're sweating walking to the studio, but it's not. These songs are so classic that it's
Yes.
hard not to get into the spirit, even if it's May.
That's fun that you did that too, because I studied theater when I was in college, and
Yeah.
that's when you're playing a part. I mean, it's like down to the underwear that
Oh,
you
yeah.
wear. It's like feel that thing, feel
Go to
that
that place.
person, go to that place, and that's cool that you did that.
I wouldn't. Now I want to do that again. Just experience that. It's like
Yeah.
even making records. Like from now on, it's like how do I get even more into that? Just different modes where it's like because it just felt like, you're writing a story. You're always doing it with recording, but it was like, wow, this is a fun way to do it.
As a
Never really-
performer, that's cool. Why do you think it is? Like, I've got all the products we have today, just to try and see where pop culture is, you
Yes.
know. So I've got this Amazon Prime thing, and I
Yeah.
go, Alexa, play Christmas music from the 60s.
Yeah.
Why is it that they connected and created that body of work that really says Christmas to most of us, I think?
Yeah. I mean,
What is it?
it's nostalgia. I think a lot of it. You're talking about the classic vibe.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
What have we? I mean, we don't have anything today. Forgive me for interrupting. that makes us feel like White Christmas, do we?
no, I don't think so. I mean, we could try, but I think that it's, history is so interesting to everybody, and knowing that your grandparents listen to these songs, and knowing that it's a part of culture for a long time, and that it's the traditions that were set in the holiday season have stayed the same a lot of the time, and I think that it carries from family to family, and I think that's why these classic songs
Mm-hmm.
have so much more depth than just some new Christmas song you put out there sometimes,
Yeah, not to get, too wrapped up in philosophy, but don't you think coming out of World War II, and I'll Be Home for Christmas,
Oh yeah,
and some of those things had such deep meaning.
big time. And I've actually talked to people about that. And some people even have trouble still hearing that song because of stories like that.
Mm-hmm.
And people that, might have not, and a lot of it came with war, like from World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And the actual sense of maybe you'll make it home or not, but I'm going to do my best, to I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. It's like, I'm going to try to get there.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I think the history of Christmas music and the nostalgia of it is what makes it so special.
It's neat you bring that up because, I mean, it is kind of a tradition that's passed down. I think it makes us think about that stuff. And I think it makes us realize that time of year we need to connect
Yeah.
with our family and things. You're real close to your family and
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, I know your story with your grandmother and your mom, I know, and
Yeah.
and you were real close.
Yeah.
This time of year, what kind of emotions start ringing at you?
Man, for me, it's like when I hear Christmas music, to your point, it's like two things. It's like it's kind of sad to me that only one time a year we take to slow down and really appreciate the things that really matter in life. And I wish it could be more often, but at least we have Christmas time to where it's like,
Mhm.
hey, we don't have to like think about all the things that we're supposed to worry about. Why don't we just focus on the real things in life, the family, the simple things that don't cost you anything, of just conversation with family and catching up and just real life stuff, instead of worrying about, social media or where you're supposed to be at this place, or, there's just something about it that, drowns out the rest of the world for a little bit and just lets you,
Yeah.
Be in the right place. I think that if there's magic in the world, it's at Christmas time. There's like a magic to it.
And we all go, why can't we have Christmas, all year?
All year.
There's stories about, leaving your Christmas lights up even and all
Yeah.
that kind of thing. But, the way the world turns, we have to have poignant moments for them to be poignant.
You're right. Because if it was all that, it was
It's-
always like that, you wouldn't have that nice thing to look
Yeah,
to.
it is. And if things don't really, really touch you in a deep way, then, those are the things we hang on to. And
Yeah.
you're right. Those are the things we look forward to.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those special memories when you think back and go, wow, yeah, that's what Christmas is for me?
Man, it's always every year, because seems like every year I get older, the faster the year goes, and the more I travel or whatever, everything flies. But I always find myself on December 24th, Christmas Eve service at the same church I went to, 30 years of my life.
Mhm.
It's every year, sitting in the same pews, singing the same songs, and I'm holding a candle to Silent Night, and it's lit from, the end of the pew to, all the way through, and you just pass it down, and I'm sitting there, and I have that moment every year where I'm like, wow, this is where I want every year to end.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the moment every year where it kind of just cleanses my soul a little bit and makes me feel like it's all right. I can go out and do this again, and it'll bring me back here next year, and hopefully I'm at the same spot and to know it's all right and everything is right.
Got a favorite Christmas song?
I love White Christmas, Bing Crosby. Whenever I hear that, it's Christmas time. If I'm just listening, like to sing, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas is my favorite one to sing. I've always just thought that when I sing that song, because it's a crazy world, and I know that a lot of people don't get to have a Merry Christmas. When I sing it, I want them to find that special place that Christmas can hold, not, and I want to wish it on somebody, man. Because I just have that feeling. I listen to Christmas music way early, and it always takes me to that place. I want to take somebody to that place, and maybe that they haven't always had. And so whenever I'm singing it, that's what I'm trying my hardest to, get that across.
That's cool. You get it across, pal.
I appreciate it, my man.
Great
Thank
performances.
You, pal. Appreciate it, brother.
Wait to get by the fire and throw your CD on, and I mean that in all sincerity.
Well,
Looking forward to it.
Thank you, my friend.
All right, thanks for stopping by.
You got it.